Now, when crafting an LSAT study plan over the course of 3 to 5 months or so, at LSAT Unplugged, we use a laser approach. Adrian asks, I'm going to study for the LSAT starting now. Where do I start so I can be ready to apply in fall for 2027? So, my understanding is that you're going to start now. You want to apply to law school this fall to start law school 1 year later. Awesome. I wish that more folks planned ahead like you are. I think that's great. And so, on that time frame, you could either aim to take the LSAT in April or June for your first take, aim to take it in June or August for your second take, and that way you can apply as soon as applications open in the fall. Now, when crafting an LSAT study plan over the course of 3 to 5 months or so, at LSAT Unplugged, we use a laser approach. LASER is an acronym standing for Learning, Accuracy, Sections, Exams, and Review. We use that for all of our student study plans. The way it works is we build a strong foundation in the learning phase, L for learning. That's working on the different sections, the different question types, getting a proper understanding of how each part of the exam works. Then A is for accuracy, drilling questions by type to better understand a strengthened question versus weakened or necessary assumption or flaw, and so on. Then we have S for individual sections, working on pacing and time management, how you allocate your time over the course of the section. E for exams and endurance, doing full length timed practice tests, getting more of those under your belt so that test day itself feels like just another run through. And finally, we have R for review, using the Socratic review method. The Socratic review method is an approach to help you dig deep into exactly what you're getting wrong and why, so that you can avoid making the same mistakes again. So, in logical reasoning, for example, we want to see, did your mistake come from the argument, the question stem, or the choices? If it was in the argument, was there a confusing structure of the argument? Did they bury the conclusion in the middle of the argument? Did they fail to include key indicator words for evidence and conclusion, or sufficient and necessary conditions? If it was in the question, were they referring to a common question type in an unfamiliar way? If your mistake was in the answer choices, was it a tempting wrong answer? Was it an unappealing right answer? If it was a tempting wrong answer that attracted you, what made it tempting and what ultimately made it wrong? If it was an unappealing right answer, what made the right answer unappealing and what ultimately makes it correct? In other words, you have traps of encouragement towards the wrong answer and traps of discouragement away from the right answer.